Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Kagam and welcome to a new dragging video. I haven't filmed one of these in the longest time, obviously because I've been away. So without further ado, let's get started. There's a lot to talk about. There's so many reviews that have been piling on like this whole year when I wasn't posting. Let's start off here with Bottega Veneta on the Rue Saint-Honoré. This boutique is literally the boutique that's just before Big H Faubourg Saint-Honoré. You can't miss it. If you're walking to Faubourg, you will see it literally on your right hand side. Worst customer service I've ever experienced in a luxury environment. There were multiple salespeople that were uneducated about the brand, rude talking back to me, the customer talking to me, the customer in a patronizing tone. I wasn't even offered a refreshment after making a 3.5k euro purchase. I certainly won't be returning to this store. Up to the awful staff. I mean, yeah, again, it's just classic luxury dragging. You know, we've talked about this before. That boutique looks like it looked to me like when I walked past it when I was going to Faubourg, like on day 2 of playing the Hermes game. I remember seeing it thinking, ooh, the next time I'm in town, I'd love to get something from Bottega Veneta, maybe a ready-to-wear piece that I can wear like after I deliver my baby and stuff. And I remember thinking, it looks like a small, cozy store, but also I did see some clients in there like looking like they were picking out items and stuff. I mean, you know, it's just a classic luxury shopping experience, you know, snooty essays making you feel, you know, a kind of way and thinking that they can drag you. I think you should be offered something to drink if you're buying a 3,500 euro handbag, yes. But also, Bottega is the same brand that sells like 10,000 euro coats, 9,000 euro coats, and I think for that kind of location, like they're gonna see people like that every day, you know. So that's not to say that her purchase doesn't matter. It's a lot of money, but you know how these brands are, particularly those standalone boutiques in the Rue Saint-Honoré. You know, it doesn't, like, that kind of money to them doesn't move the needle. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money to me. To me, that's a lot of bread. I'm just saying for them. The next one is the Louis Vuitton Champs-Élysées boutique in Paris, France. I was served by Stephanie, and then when I got to leave, I took some pictures with my new bag. I asked her for another picture. She reluctantly agreed and said, "But you have to leave, please." This is rude of her, and I didn't like her attitude at all. She was not patient with me when she served me. She was bored, and when I noticed that, I told her, "Don't worry, I will buy the bag in the end." She only served me for 15 minutes. I didn't take much of her time. This is my dream bag. I was rushed because of her attitude. Please, no, you need to teach your employees they have to be kind and smile. We pay thousands of euros. Please behave good and be patient. I mean, again, I think that this is one of those things where sometimes it's like lost in translation. The SA should absolutely be patient, but obviously the SA wanted her to leave because she wanted to go and sell products to someone else. If you're buying a bag, I understand that is like, obviously, again, it's a lot of money. Again, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, because I know some of you are going to come for me in the comments. You guys like to fight with me, but I'm back now and I'm Joe Jackson now. Okay, so keep it cute in the comments if you're coming for me, boo, because I'll get you together. But it's like, you know, what else do you want her to do? I mean, do you want her to sit there and like, you know, do you want her to sit there and be like Leonardo da Vinci and paint you as if you're the Mona Lisa? I mean, she took a picture of you already. How many pictures do you want, boo-boo? How many pictures do you want her to like take of you? I mean, I think requiring the SA to take multiple pictures of you is a little over the top and a bit respectfully cringy. To me, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. Okay, and you can't change how I feel. So, you know, okay, so what? I mean, so what? She wasn't like, you know, happy about it. She did not have to say, "You have to leave now, please." But what she's saying is, "Girl, I need to go sell other products so I can hit my target for the day. Please go on your merry way." Tell me what you think about this one. And you guys, I keep forgetting to ask you guys to do this. Please like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications. You want to see more things like this? Because then if I see more of you watching the video and subscribing, I'll film more of them. I mean, I don't know what you guys think. I think it's a little cringy, you know, requiring her to like take pictures of you. I asked her for another picture. She'd already taken pictures of you. You asked her to take more pictures of you. How much more do you want? She's already taken pictures of you, girl. Like, come on now. Bye. Okay, the next one is, I waited in line with 10 people in front of us for the entire hour. The line didn't move. Welcome to Paris, boo-boo. Welcome to Paris. The security guy was super rude and impatient. I asked him how long it might take. He didn't let anyone in for over 40 minutes, though many people have left the store. He said, why don't you come tomorrow? Very inappropriate answer and attitude. I'm very disappointed about the reputation of the store. The official website said the store closed at 8 p.m. This guy said it will close at 7 and wanted people to leave. Shame on you, LV. You know, again, this is just an unfortunate thing of tourists not understanding how things are in France. In my experience in France, they really don't like customers coming at closing time unless you're going to blow a massive bag at the store. They don't like, you know, if it says, if the Louis Vuitton boutique says it closes at 8, they're going to close that queue at 7, at 7:15. They're not going to allow people to enter. That actually happened to me once. I remember going and the guard was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, there's no point you queuing because we're going to be closing in like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, so you might as well leave. And I was like, okay, but it's not closing time. And he's like, don't care. So I think, again, it's just, this is one of those cultural things. We've talked about this before many times on lives and stuff like that, but France, like, there are a lot of really strong employee rights. France is not like a country where people are forced to work overtime and have to keep the store open beyond the hours that are stated. And they also have to make provisions for how long it's going to take to serve you, how long it's going to take to offer you wine or champagne or sparkling water and so on and so forth. If they think it's going to go ahead of that 8 p.m. threshold, they're not going to allow you in the store. It's unfortunate the person's having a moan about the queue. The queue is very long. You know, it's a long queue. It's always been long. So I think if you want to shop at the Champs-Elysees store, make an appointment. Trust me, I hate appointments like everyone else. I'm not an appointment person in terms of luxury stores. Most of you support me, you know that. I don't like monopolies on my time. I want to go to the boutique when I want to go, but that queue is insanely long. Every single day you're in Paris, that thing is insanely long. It is like an anaconda. It is so long. So you might as well make an appointment. The next dragging story is from the Cartier New Bond Street boutique in London. Awful service by a female SA yesterday. My husband wanted to buy me a watch for our anniversary, so we went to Cartier in Bond Street. Not only did she not offer us a place to sit, nor anything to drink, but the most outrageous thing happened when I placed my Chopard watch on the tray, which was empty, by the way, so I could start trying on watches. She said, don't put anything in this tray. Only Cartier products go in this tray. So I gave my watch to my husband. After that, I lost all interest in buying anything ever again from Cartier. Yeah, I mean, again, this is just one of those unfortunate things. The SA is wrong. I mean, guys, when the SA is wrong, I am going to say, I know you guys always like, you're always dragging clients and things like this. No, no, no. When the SA is wrong, the SA is wrong. Like, and I will be the first person to say the SA is wrong. She took off her watch so she can try on other watches. That SA is wrong to say, don't put your like watch here. I mean, come on, she's wrong for that. The next one is the Cartier boutique in the Bijenkorf department store in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. I wanted to take a moment to share the super uncomfortable experience I had in Cartier in the Bijenkorf. It's a pretty long one, so let me just make it compactly. After being let in by security, I walked around the store for a few minutes. I was looking for a very specific item. After not being able to locate the piece of jewelry, I kindly approached a woman that seemed to be doing inventory and asked her if they had the ring I was looking for. She looked at me for a second, visibly annoyed, scoffed and waved over the security guard, muttered something to him, then walked away. There was nothing like, we will be with you as soon as we can, no hello. I was promptly told there are 2 people ahead of me, to which I said, that's totally fine, not a problem. The security looked as annoyed as the lady. A few minutes passed, and then I noticed the lady talking to other staff members in another language who look at me, they scoff, or they mutter something under their breath or whatever. I decide to leave. Whether intentional or not, it's disappointing to experience such disregard for customers at a store I was ready to spend thousands on. I'd never been treated this way. The lady didn't acknowledge me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I have an issue with this dragging review. First of all, from what I can see of Cartier when you walk in, based on my experience at the Champs-Elysees, and I think it's the same for this Amsterdam location, is like, when they tell you to look around, because they're waiting for like an SA to be available so that person can serve you. There are people ahead of you. You are impatient because you want to buy the ring, so you go and speak to someone else who is not allocated to serve you, boo-boo. That person is not allocated to help you. Now, was the essay right to have a moan and huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf? She's not right to do that. But I can kind of see why they're a bit annoyed with him, and I can see why the security guard was annoyed. You were told to wait. There are people ahead of you, but you don't want to wait. You just want to run in and kind of do things on your own time. Well, that's not how it works in a lot of these luxury stores. That's not how it works. So, you know, I don't understand, like, I've seen this in a lot of luxury reviews for like Louis Vuitton, Big H, Big C, you know, all the top tier girls. Someone will be like, I just want to buy one small thing super quick. Can you just help me get it really quickly? Well, if there are two other people waiting, you're going to have to wait because you didn't make an appointment. So it's not right for the SA to kind of be mean to the client and kind of be like, but at the same time, the SA is like, you're not listening. Okay, and now you're ticking me off. And that person is not assigned to serve this client. You didn't make an appointment. I think if those of you who are curious about just going to buy something super quick, just make an appointment. Because, you know, I don't have Cartier boutiques in Tanzania, so I'm not the kind of person who would like go into a store really quickly to buy something. I would want to look around. I want to try things on. So for me, like dropping in suits me just fine. So I think that this person just missed out on some of that etiquette. This is the same location in Amsterdam. It's the next dragging story. We had a really bad experience here. We came eager to make a purchase. It took us about 5 minutes to get the attention of the staff. Mind you, they weren't busy. They simply chose to look the other way. Then despite the fact we expressed the desire to buy a ring, we simply needed to figure the right size. No one sat us down. Unlike all other customers who were at the place, my girlfriend had to try on the rings while standing at the counter. It felt like the SA just wanted us to leave. Finally, no one offered us complimentary drinks while all other customers were sipping champagne, even after we made the purchase. Yes, we're in Amsterdam as tourists, wearing casual, rainy weather clothes. But does one have to be wearing haute couture to get the service that Cartier promises to every customer? Well, yeah. And before the dragging Pegasus unicorns arrive to say that they turn up naked and it doesn't matter, no one's trying to hear that for a location that you don't have any connections in. Give me a break. At your local store, you can probably look like a raggedy mess. But you turn up to a boutique in a very popular European city, a boutique that's going to have a lot of traffic, a lot of people who have lots of bread to drop, and you turn up looking like a Cabbage Patch doll, but you want to be treated like a Bratz or a Barbie doll. Well, the customers who turn up looking like Big Barbie and like a Bratz doll are treated accordingly. The customers who turn up looking like a Cabbage Patch doll are dragged, as we have seen in this example. I don't care what any of you say, they should have did that. You know, come on. You come in there wearing rainy, raggedy Cabbage Patch clothes, and then you're shocked that you're treated like a Cabbage Patch doll. Stop. Guys, we need to stop this now. Let's keep it real. No one's saying that you have to wear a ball gown, but definitely you are treated better in luxury stores the better you dress. Okay, I noticed like the days I was wearing that faux fur, like a coat from ASOS, jacket really. It was more of a jacket than a coat. Definitely like in shops I walked into, like I was treated much better. For sure. The day I went to Big H George Sanken, they offered me the lift. I was wearing the ASOS faux fur coat. The day I went to Dior Champs-Élysées and they offered me to use the lift, I was wearing the ASOS faux fur coat. Oh, yes, I'm pregnant, but my belly is not that big though. So I do think like the way you're dressed definitely plays a role. And I know you guys are going to have a moan about it. So let's tussle in the comments. But you know, they turned up looking like Cabbage Patch dolls, and then they're shocked that they're treated like Cabbage Patch dolls. Okay, now let's go on to the next dragging review, which is also from the Cartier boutique in Amsterdam. This is still the one from the department store. There are two boutiques in Amsterdam, one in the Bijenkorf and then one on PC Hoefstraat, which is like the Avenue Montaigne of Amsterdam, where there's like Big H and stuff. In July, my partner bought me a ring. It was already badly damaged after only 2 weeks of wearing it. In the meantime, I've been to the store twice to have the ring looked at. Both times it was indicated the ring looks worse than expected, but no repair work can be done. I have contacted them several times by email, but no response. In the meantime, I've had the ring checked by other jewelers who indicate that the ring should not look like this after such a short time. After seeking legal advice, after which it turned out the ring was a defective product, I have the right to cancel the purchase. I hear nothing more. I find it really scandalous that Cartier has ignored it and that the customers are treated this way. And then the person says, update's been 3 weeks now since the response to my review, and no one has contacted me. Because normally Cartier, like when they're getting dragged on Google reviews, they'll like respond to customers and stuff. I mean, I don't know, because obviously this is obviously very specific to the Netherlands and how they deal with consumer law. I just feel like sometimes like there are customers who are really, really difficult and expect things to look brand new after wear. If you wear jewelry and it's like gold, and obviously Cartier's jewelry is like real gold, it's going to show scratches. And lots of people have talked about Cartier's, like the love collection specifically, and Juste un Clou. Like after you wear them a few times, you are going to see scratches, particularly on the love ring. I knew that going into buying my love ring, that I'm going to be wearing this ring, I'm going to be, you know, getting a lot of wear from it, I'm going to really enjoy it. It's going to show some scratches. I mean, even in 2 weeks, like if you think about it, like you can, because it's like 18 karat gold or whatever, you can shower with it, you can, you know, wash like dishes with it if you want, you can do all kinds of things with it, you can be out in the elements with rain and all this stuff, because it's obviously real gold, so it can withstand that. It's going to show elements of wear. I think sometimes customers are just unrealistic because they're like, I spent so much money on this. I don't know, I think the customers are crybaby and just having a moan and a groan, and I don't feel sorry for them. You use the ring, you wore the ring, it's going to have some wear on it. Get over it, okay? The next one is from the Cartier boutique. I believe this is also New Bond Street in London in the UK. Worst experience I've ever had in a branded store. This review is about the bad treatment I've had as a customer. Let's start with the beginning. As me and my wife, we opened the doors to this beautiful store. A team of 4 welcomed us with a lot of questions, such as, what are we looking for? Sound familiar? It's like my big Cartier experience at the Champs-Élysées store. Or do you only want to have a look or to buy? Yes, boo-boo, we're gonna discuss this, honey. Maybe in that day I wasn't wearing my usual suit and tie, so I presumed the bad welcome was only because of my clothes or maybe my accent. No, it's just big Cartier, boo-boo. Because she wants to get her coins, baby, she wants to make her money. Then we were passed on to an essay named blah, blah, blah. He says the essay's full name, so I'm not gonna say it. Who wasn't on his best day. Not even a smile for our purchase. No details about the item bought. No information about the warranty or certificates. At least we asked for in the end. After we made the payment, he rushed us to the exit. Unbelievable. Not to mention that all of these beautiful red boxes and certificates from Cartier reflect the quality of the products worldwide. He put everything in a cheap white unbranded bag. I don't know if this is a strategy from Cartier, but I have a feeling like I'm shopping at Poundland. Next time I'll shop from Cartier online. It'll be better for me. Okay, you know, cheer up. You know, it's unfortunate, but I think that there might be a misunderstanding there, because obviously they put the red bag in the white shopping bag so that no one knows that you have a Cartier item, so that you don't get robbed if you're, you know, leaving the boutique and stuff like that. You know, again, this is just one of those things where the Cartier definitely asking those questions, and they're obviously doing this across the board. So it's not just me, it didn't just happen to me. And this is obviously, maybe this is a new thing that they've been doing, or maybe they've been doing it for a few years, but they really want to make sure that the people who are coming to the standalone stores are buying today. We've talked about this before, and I have always said this in my dragging videos. Just let the girls know at the standalone boutiques that you are buying something to mitigate like all of this drama. And that doesn't mean you're not going to be dragged. It doesn't mean it's not going to be an unpleasant experience. Like I had talked about the experience I had at the Champs-Élysées store in the shopping vlog. I feel like, you know, she didn't really believe me, but maybe it's because people say they are gonna buy. Maybe people lie and say, I'm gonna buy, and then they conveniently change their mind because they find something wrong. You know, there are people like that who are like, I'm gonna buy this, but oh my God, guys, look, there's a tiny scratch that no one can see. Literally no one can see it except like a crow, a robin, and an eagle. If they flew, they could see it. They're like the only 3 entities on this planet that could see that little scratch. So there are people like that. Obviously, this gentleman shouldn't have been treated that way, but I don't think it's wrong for Big Cartier to ask you, what are you just looking around? Or do you want to buy something today? They want to know if they're going to make a sale. What's wrong with that? I mean, I you know, I've always said, you know, the top tip, just go to the department stores if you want to browse, if you want to look around. The department stores, Selfridges, Harrods in London, you know, Bergdorf Goodman, I beg your pardon, Saks, Macy's in America, Galeries Lafayette, Printemps in France, Bijenkorf, you know, in the Netherlands. Just go to the department stores if you're browsing, because they can handle, they have the traffic. Like, someone's gonna turn up at the department store, baby, and buy something. And they're gonna spend like 80,000 euros or pounds or dollars at Cartier, at Van Cleef. So they can kind of withstand people just looking around and wanting to try things on. It's not, I don't think you should don't take the piss. Don't be like, I'm gonna try 10 things on and not buy something just because you're at a department store. But the department stores is fine to browse. I feel like these standalone boutiques, it's a tough one. The Cartier boutique, obviously in New Bond Street, it's a standalone store. You know, again, you know, it's hard for me to kind of feel like super sorry for customers who, you're going to a very famous boutique that is very luxurious. It's in a super expensive part of London with a lot of high-end stores. What do you think they're going to ask you? Do you think they're going to ask you, do you want to look around at the pieces as if it's like an art installation? Of course they're going to ask you to buy. Should they be nice about it? Sure. Should the SA be more cheerful and happy and make you feel excited? I feel like the problem with some SAs is like, because it's a tough job and they're dealing with a lot of difficult customers every day, they should be making you feel excited to spend your money. Like, when I went to Cartier at the Champs-Élysées boutique, I wanted to feel excited to blow that cash. And I had a good time, baby. Like, I was having a great time. I wasn't triggered. I got to try on the Pave Love bracelet. That's one of my holy grail pieces. So I was very happy. But she was, and I've said this before, she was very like, you know, I'm not gonna bring out the bracelet until she's confirmed absolutely that she's gonna buy the ring. And I had told her from the beginning I'm buying the ring. And then that's when I realized people go to these stores and lie. People say, I wanna buy Juste un Clou. People try it on, try other things on, or if it's Van Cleef and Arpels, I beg your pardon, they'll be like, I wanna try an Alhambra. They'll try it on, they'll ooh and ah about it, and then they'll find something to be annoyed at, so they don't have to pull the trigger on the purchase and then not buy it. So maybe sometimes the SA needs that confirmation from you that you are serious and you're not here to waste anyone's time. I know what you're gonna say. All of the girls who got dragged today, none of them made appointments. Every single one of them was dragged as a walk-in. That is a fair assumption to make, and it's a fair observation. I don't like, you know, walking into stores. I mean, I don't like making appointments because I really like just, I love being able to just, to me, it's fun to like go to a shopping street or a shopping place and just pop into a store if I have the cash to burn and buy something. But I know that for them, they want to know who is coming because they want to forecast their sales. You have to imagine a location like the New Bond Street Cartier or the Cartier in Amsterdam that has been featured, and also the Champs-Élysées one and the Louis Vuitton Champs-Élysées, even the Bottega Veneta at Rue Saint-Honoré. Think of their targets that they have to sell every day. They don't have time to sit and ask you if you want to braid your hair, how many cupcakes, you know, did you make today. They need to know if you're buying today. Let the girls know at standalone boutiques if you are buying. On the previous trip, I think I'd mentioned this on the YouTube live, my husband and I saw a lady, a couple, a lady and a gentleman at the Galeries Lafayette at Bulgari, and she was literally pulling the trigger on the Pave Serpenti necklace. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it here. Absolutely stunning. It is like 150,000 euros, something insane like that. And she pulled the trigger on the item. Me and my husband were speaking in Swahili, and he was like, is she gonna buy it? I said, looks like she's buying it. And her and her husband, you know, her and her husband, you know, pull the trigger on it and they buy it. That is at Galeries Lafayette, a big Bulgari. And we saw that happen. That was on the previous trip, not on this trip, because obviously he didn't come on this trip. And we saw that purchase. Imagine all the people they see like that every single day. There's someone who's gonna roll through Galeries Lafayette, roll through Printemps, roll through Bergdorf Honey, Neiman Marcus, Macy's, Harrods, Selfridges, and is gonna spend 100K at Cartier. Is gonna spend 100K at Van Cleef. That person is going to spend 50K at Louis Vuitton, 60, 70. And there are so many of those people, so many of them. So department stores can handle people browsing, but the standalone girls, baby, they need to know that you are buying something today. I'm not mad at it. It's business, and this is someone's job. I'm not there to waste anyone's time. If you want to look around, go to the department stores. You want to buy something and you don't want to get dragged, if you want to buy something, go to the standalones. But I think reassure the SA that you're absolutely buying something today. Because these SAs, honey, they have trust issues. They don't trust us, and they don't like us. Okay. Let me know what you think about today's dragging video. Let me know if you're happy that these videos are back, if you want to see more of them. What brand should I cover? There's certain brands that are more prone to dragging than others. Like Louis Vuitton is always getting dragged. Big H is always getting dragged. Chanel is always getting dragged. I didn't feature Chanel today, but maybe I can feature them on my next one. So yeah, make sure that you like the video, subscribe, hit notifications. Guys, I have a newsletter. Please go join it. I think the newsletter is really where things are at. I'll be sharing all the tidbits and juicy stuff in the newsletter, and I will be posting it on Instagram and stuff like that. Go join the newsletter, you guys, because you're just missing out if you don't join it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.